Hello folks, my name's Mick Macleod. For 10 or 12 years, from 2002 I believe through to 2013, I played guitar in a number of Dr. Feelgood tribute bands. We basically were the same members, a few members changed, but first we were called Lucky Seven and later on the Feelgood Factor. But most of it was Lucky Seven, and we got to a point where we played 100% Dr. Feelgood songs, so we went through the whole catalogue really, right up to fairly recent stuff. And this isn't about me at all. I just want to show you how I went about getting the Dr. Feelgood sound on my guitar, and the guitar I used, which suited me. And anyway, here we go. This is a Paul Reed Smith USA. It's got a hell of a complicated name, something like Paul Reed Smith Standard, Soapbar, Satin. I think there's more to it than that. But anyway, it's basically it's sort of fairly basic PRS. It's got a satin finish. It's a one-piece mahogany body with a mahogany neck, all mahogany, no maple cap or anything. Carved top, but it's finished with a light coat of nitrocellulose. And there's a lot of it's open poured, so you're really getting the wood through, the sound of the wood. And it's got two P90 pickups, or P90 type pickups. P90 is actually a registered Gibson copyright. Wrap over bridge, which is really comfortable. I do a lot of palm muting, and you can just rest your hand on that all the time. It's really, really comfortable. The basic control layout, two controls, volume and tone, three-way switch. These single core pickups, so they do hum a bit, but if you're in the middle position, is humbucking the way they're wired is to buck the hum. It's got locking tuners, which great, to be honest. So the reason I mention that, quick to change guitar strings, and I did break a few. It's quite physical music, Dr. Feelgood. This guitar is awesome, absolutely awesome. Sounds great, plays great. It's so really, really comfortable thing to play. It's quite heavy, but there you go. I never really got on with Telecaster, so I use this all the time. Well, I bought this in 2007, and from then on, this is the only guitar I used really. Before that, I used a Gordon Smith most of the time, which was great as well. And anyhow, I'm playing it through a Black Star practice combo. It's Stereo 20 ID core, and I've basically got it set up with an American tone, which is, I used Mesa Boogie with 6 valves, which is very much like hot rodded Fender twin really, and or Fender anyway, never mind the twin. But yeah, so that's the sound. It suits this guitar, and it really does. I've tried it through Marshall with the L34s, it just wasn't really quite the same. I just want you to hear the guitar, and the way Wilco used to play, lots of chopping, but he played with his fingers, and he used the backs of his fingernails and the fingernails here. I've never been able to master that. It's something that John from the Feelgood band, the tribute band called the Feelgood band, excellent. He's really mastered it, the Wilco sound. But I just approximated it with a plectrum, and if I'm brutally honest, my favourite guitar player in Dr. Feelgood was Jippy Mayo anyway, and it was much more in tune with the way I play anyway, so you have to reach compromise basically. I didn't want to be changing guitar every 5 minutes. I just use this guitar for everything except slide. So we go right back to the start of Dr. Feelgood. The first album's called Down by the Jetty, and the first track is She Does It Right, and it's played with a G7 open chord going to C7, G7, D7, C7, usual sort of sequence, but the 7th. So if anybody that's familiar with a C7 here, that's a shape that Wilco used quite a lot. You'll see it come up in some of the songs, and they use it anywhere on the neck, without, and I play the, she does it right with the bar chord. I'm not sure that Wilco did. John Sparks had a lot of input on that song. He played bass, and he basically played like a guitar riff. So it was basically like a rhythm guitar, and it was through a Gibson bass, which had a real growl. It had a big influence on the sound. So, you know, we've always had to sort of find compromise ways to deal with things like that in the tribute band, which I'll say a tribute band. I mean, if it was a full tribute, I'd have used a Telecaster, but you know, it was a fun thing. So let's not get carried away. What else? Yeah, Wilco played with this chopping sound, and he plays lots of little snaps. Like that's a typical Wilco thing. Yeah, you sort of bend that string and catch those two. And this is another Wilco chord for A. He often played just that and had open strings, and they both fall within the chord. You know, that's and that's a sort of typical Wilco type thing. There's certain things about his playing that you can sort of capture it quite quickly, but the hardest part is this Mick Green technique of playing with your really fast and furious with the nails, but still being accurate, you know. And Wilco copied Mick Green, and he openly says that, you know, he wanted to be Mick Green, I think. And yeah, right, so she does it right. There's my mic on for a bit, and I'll clip that back on. I'm using a really cheap clip-on mic here. I'm not trying to go for high quality here. We're just, you know, going through the basics. So here we go. Right, that's a very condensed version of the song. Those bits are all in there, so it's pure rock and rolly sort of type. It's on the C shape, you know, you're following the guitar shape. So that's, she does it right really, there's not much more to it. Roxette is using a G major chord. This was certainly how I play it. And yeah, so there's lots of harmonic in there and stuff like that, but those chords all the way through, and there's a thrashy bit at the end. But if you want to play, if you want to learn how to play it, experiment with that, you know. I'm not saying I got it right, you know, but you can hear that the basic notes are there. So move on again, keep it out of sight, and I preferred this played in the middle pickup, and you notice the hum go there. I don't know if you can hear that. It's humbucking now. Between the pickups, obviously there's no middle pickup, but so it's the two pickups combined, and it's in the key of B, so it's a B minor chord. And it's just basically he's playing, and he plays this right across, bars right across, including the D, E string. So you got that? It's it's all on that chord, so it's really economical again. You know, you're just sitting there, and the other chords are D, E, F sharp, and this. So. And on and on. Yeah, so you get the idea. Again, no guitar solo in there, it's pretty straightforward stuff. This is all from the first album still. Brilliant songs, absolutely fantastic Wilco Johnson written songs. All Through the City, one of the best ever. Oops. So that's the start. The intro is, and he uses this chord that I was talking about. So. Get lots of chop, and I'm not sure if Wilco actually played the. Probably not. You know, John Sparks probably covered that with his growling Gibson, but I always played that. Paul played a Fender bass, and he didn't. It was smooth, and it didn't. You know, it was missing that snappy. So. Yeah, so there's the components, and the lead guitar solo. I always improvise that, and I'm pretty sure Wilco probably did as well. He just rock and rolly stuff, you know. Those two playing two strings all the time. Whatever, you know, whatever you feel like playing, but that's quite important. I'm barring right across the E string as well. Before it comes back into the verse, you know, he's crashing through that. Sounds awesome. Watching Wilco, I can't be Wilco, sorry. Checkbooks, it's the same chords again. I'm going to move on to the where's Boney Maroney, Tequila. We did those. I Can Tell, Bo Diddley's song. Yeah, simple chords. Wilco probably played it here. probably. He liked to keep things economical, and you know, he ran around a lot. He still does, obviously, you know, and it's there's nothing wrong with this technique whatsoever. So, but there you go. That's the song. Going Back Home, which he wrote with Mick Green. I'm not absolutely sure how they. I should watch the videos, I guess, but I can show you how I played it. You know, again, I think the bass plays a big role in this. The bass guitar in Dr. Feelgood. I've got to remember how to play it now. I haven't played any of these things for so long. Ah, yeah. You can see what I'm playing there. It's just an A chord, A major chord. So C, D, A, G. Getting that rhythm going again, you know. Just open E chord, E major, and C, B, A. Great fun to play. Yeah, some people might wonder how you could keep playing this basic 3-chord stuff for 10 years or more, but I promise you, when you're playing it in a band and people are dancing and enjoying it, it's just fantastic stuff to play. It really is. Going Back Home, Back in the Night. Well, it's, you know, I played it on slide obviously, but oops. Back in the night. Lee played the slide on that, Lee Burlow, on the original. So Wilco's just basically did that all the way through, you know. It's just straightforward 12-bar, nothing complicated about that at all. Don't you just know it? We used to do that. I can't remember how to play it. It's been so long. Right on cell block number 9. I'm just going through some of the sort of standout tracks, and we're on to the second album now, Malpractice. Not quite as good as Down by the Jetty, but it's probably better recorded, but still some great songs on there. Yeah, it's right on cell block 9. It's in G, of course. So the thing about this is not going. You've got to play it as if you're playing a chord, but at the same time, don't let any other notes, don't let any sort of wolf tones in there or bad notes. You're trying to play it like with some aggression, and I haven't played it for a long time again, you know. Should be better prepared, shouldn't I? not to sort of worry too much about getting those notes in accurately. You still play it as if you're playing chords, you know. You know, some aggression. Yeah, so that's, I've got a little list here, handwritten list to it, just went through the first few albums. We played all of these tracks, of course, Hog for Your Baby, how we start, I'm a hog for your baby, can't get enough of you. So G, I'm sliding up from there. And this is the one with the very complicated guitar solo in. One note. One note for quite some time. Good fun. Just play Hog. Checking up on my baby. Yeah, it's so long since I played this thing. 2 years. You're getting no editing here, by the way. In fact, I think it was in G. Yeah, so played quite aggressively again, you know, you need to give some snap. I'm getting a few wolfies there from the palm of my hand, sorry. But like I say, it's been a while. But that's basically it, so it's G. Usual pattern, G, C, D. The 12 bar, typical 12 bar, but nice wee tune. I've got Paradise on here, because we did do Paradise, and we kind of played it like, this is from the fourth album actually. The third album's a live album, and then the fourth album, Sneaking Suspicion, which had fewer, and the albums had fewer and fewer Wilco originals on, and it's not their strongest album, but yeah, we liked Paradise in our band, and this. That's that. Yeah, so it's just G. So it's getting that ringing. Sounds better on the bridge pickup actually. Yeah, there you go. Lights out. Just remember. That's not Lights Out, is it? That's another song. Yep. I can't remember off the top of my head. Lucky 7. We played Lucky 7 as well, but we played it the Lou Lewis way, and because the the Dr. Feelgood version, I just don't like it at all. They slowed it right down, and Lou Lewis wrote the song, of course. Yeah. Yep, just got to remind myself of the song, sorry. Yep, that's it. So that's in F, 12 bar, all 12 bars. Nice little riff. And then along came Jippy. Bye bye Wilco. Sad, but probably had done as much as they could, to be honest, by that point. I'm certainly running out of ideas. So first album with Jippy on, BC and You. And there's a couple of good songs on there. She's a Wind Up, That's It, I Quit, As Long as the Price is Right, Baby Jane. In fact, there's quite a few good songs on there. So that song I started on a minute ago, which I thought was lights out, of course it is. She's a Wind Up. And another interesting, the guitar solo on that is these chords. Something like that anyway. But Jippy used to improvise as well, you know, live he'd certainly change things around a bit. As long as the price is right. I always played that in between. It's A, in the octave of A, but I slide that. Yeah. Great, isn't it? We're learning the song together. Yeah, I think we've got it now. Yeah, and that song had a great guitar solo, and I don't know if I can remember how to play it. Yeah. again, learning together. So on the octave. That's basically it. Yeah, so you see the difference already. Jippy's bringing in some tunes that are a little bit more complex, but still got that energy, that nice driving energy. So writing with Nick Lowe and Mickey Jupp and other people, you know. What else on that album? Yeah, so he's putting solos in, of course, you know, nice solos. Oh yeah, Baby Jane. Again, haven't played it for a long time. Yeah, I think that's right. That's how I played the intro. Yep, Baby Jane. And there's more to it, obviously, but you get the idea. I missed one out. That's it, I quit. Yep, so another 12-bar riff. George Thorogood copied that song actually. Quite a good version. Feelgood one's best though, of course. I used to play the solos. You play a chord there. Aye. The blues had a baby. When I go into, I'm already on the humbucker. Down, not humbucker, the bridge pickup. Right, riddled with mistakes, I'm afraid, but as you can see, it's quite a guitar workout, and yeah, this is the Chippy really coming into its own now. That's an old Muddy Waters song, by the way. Well, Morganfield is his real name, but just in case you see Morganfield there, that's Muddy Waters. And yeah, it's lots of chords. I mean, these riffs. This palm muting makes all the difference, which is where it makes it, having a nice, comfortable bridge really helps. So it's just E, A, and B, A, E, the usual 12 bar. The solo, Chippy done this quite a lot using open string. And it's all chords from then. Oh god, can't play it slow. No, you got to be playing. It's all chords from then on, and you know. Yeah, pretty standard rock and roll stuff apart from that. Looking back, what's it? Oh jeez. Yeah, reminding myself again. Yeah. Right, relearning the song again. So G. There's your root note. Yeah. Yep. Looking back. Down at the Doctors. Here we are, we're on at the big stuff now. The hit singles. Right, so this is chords. Just remember that it's chords. G. I only hold the bar there for that initial chunk. Still G, but just haven't got the bar in. Weird looking at yourself, but Yeah, that's it all the way through, just following on. So straightforward 12 bar, but it's just getting these little big chordy bits in. I hope you can glean something from this. It's those two notes important. However you play the rest of it's not so important. Change them. Tippy does a lot of that sort. Little notes in here and there. And the solo. I can't promise that's right, but it's not far off. It's a decent approximation, so. That's roughly what I played. Change it from time to time, but that's roughly it. Every Kind of Ice, one of my favourites, yeah. So it's on F sharp. Make sure you don't damp the strings, you let them. I'm playing F sharp, A, and B. Sort of basically playing an A there, but it shouldn't be an A, but you're playing off of the F sharps, so you get a third above kind of thing. Playing very little actually. Open E, make sure you don't damp it again, let it ring, let it really ring and power it, so it's sort of E to G to A, it goes up to D as well. Solos in F sharp, yeah, but You see why I like this guitar now. It sounds great, doesn't it? Great. Maybe not through this amp, but you know, through the Mesa Boogie. Awesome. Yeah, so there's lots more to that, but you know, that's the basics of it. And Milk and Alcohol. It's Milk and Alcohol. I used to play that between pickups again, and it's C. I'll call it C flat. B flat and F G C. Let's say B flat, F G C. Just yeah, dead simple. But when you play that C chord, you've got to make sure you're barring that well, so you can get. We want that. We definitely want that strain. Don't try and avoid it. Don't just go. Because you want it to chime. You play up there if you want. If you find you get a better chime up there, but I always played it here. And this is really important to get this chunky up on C here. Yeah. Okay, it takes a bit of getting used to that, but you can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. I've got a whole other side there, but we've been going on for ages and it's still night time. Take a tip, sugar shaker, king for a day, shotgun, put me out of your mind, Hong Kong money, you don't love me, dangerous, dust my broom, heart of the city, if my baby quits me, down by the jetty blues, tell me no lies, a fine Steve Wallen written song. There you go, that's a good one. Styrofoam, Nadine, Hooch Coochie Man, Quit While You're Behind, See You Later Alligator, On the Road Again. Oh, Steve, when he played Nadine, he sort of brought back the old Wilco. I was like, brought it back, he uses that Wilco. A-shape. Yeah, I'm gonna take a tip. And then you got to hammer in. Yeah, let it ring again, no damping on that. shaker, just quick. Just to let you hear a bit of chippies playing, really. I think that's enough. So I hope that's something of interest to folk out there. Cheers.